Sibylla de Anjou, the historical successor of the Baldwins and last queen of High Jerusalem. She manipulated the courts of the Holy Land and bent them to her will. She oversaw the final defenses of the Holy City, and she stole our hearts when played by Eva Green. But what if we could empower her in ways that the Crusader fervor could never? What if the world wasn't as it seemed? What if elves were real? And what if Sybilla found the key to ruling the known world in ancient technology? Hello, my name is Midgeman, and today we're checking out elf destiny to see what's more powerful, a horde of holy armies from the Levant, or a bunch of forest twinks led by one of the coolest queens in history. Remember to like and subscribe, and let's jump right in. Hello everybody and welcome back. Today we're going to be looking at elf destiny, and that brings us to this. What is an archaeologist? Your steward approaches you, a concerned look on their face. My lady, an odd woman has arrived seeking an audience with you. She calls herself Julia Melwood. She claims that she is a trained archaeologist, but I'm fairly sure that's a made-up title. You both glance over as the self-proclaimed expert knocks over a vase. Your steward shakes their head and continues. She apparently found a great discovery relating to the elves. As far as I'm concerned, they're nothing more than a children's fairy tale, but seeing as how insistent she is, I thought it was best to bring her to you. What shall I tell her? I would know the truth of this. See her in. Yes, today we are playing as Princess Sibylla of Jerusalem. And today we're going to see if we can use elf magic to save the Holy Land. The expedition to the Elven ruins. The young woman walks up to you as your steward waves them over. My lady, I am Julia Melwood, one of the best archaeologists. Okay, this is the pop-ups are killing me. You're killing me, pop-up. That's not the scroll wheel. My lady, I am Julia Melwood, one of the best archaeologists in my field. If I may be so bold. You spare a glance over to your steward, who looks clearly unimpressed. She sets a rolled parchment on the table and lays it flat. You notice a strange script lining the borders, perhaps some dialect of Arabic? I strive to discover the clues that our ancestors left behind, and my specialty is the study of mysterious elven people. The few artifacts found tell us that they were a highly advanced civilization, perhaps more so than ourselves, and seem to have survived several hundreds or perhaps even thousands of years. This map is covered in an elven script that I can't decipher, but it appears to show several locations for the fortress tomb of the last elf emperor. If real, it may contain great treasure forgotten to time. I would mount an expedition to investigate, but I am in need of funding. Will you help me? An adventure? Yeah, you have my support. This sounds wild. Okay, before we forget as well, we have to set up Princess Sibylla here just a little bit. I'm going to be going diplomacy lifestyle. Despite my very, very low stat in it, I am actually a charismatic negotiator. She must have she has a base of 0. She is gregarious and charismatic, and then has a negative of 2 from callous. Those numbers don't add up. So Sibylla is actually a random stat line character, despite the fact that she is a important character to one of the start dates. So this is an interesting start we've been handed. I am going to go for foreign affairs focused and try and go a diplomatic route. We're also not married. I'm holding off on that. I mean, Guy de Lusignan is here. I could marry him, but I'm going to hold off on that. So we now have the host an expedition. It's going to cost us gold, but we may gain elven artifacts or discover a new cultural tradition. Oh, and there are several locations we can go to. Belazuna in... What's that? Belazuna in... What is that? The Alps. Svanti in Georgia. Simbling, Diane, Harkonnen, Akdapame, and Intata. Do we reckon we want to go up? Is it going to be safer for me to go down into the Coptic region or up into Georgia? I think it's probably going to be safer for me to cross up into Georgia. Oh boy, the dangers here are wild. Let's see if we can get those travel options down a little bit. Okay, that's a little bit better. How much money do I have? Ooh, we'll explore the ruins. I want to explore the ruins for a lot, but let's take 5 adventurers. I guess we start this expedition, waste all of our money on an expedition. Let's go. Let's hope our brother Baldwin the Leper doesn't lose the throne in the time that we're not here. Also, Lebanon just burst. Oh, no, okay. I thought Lebanon just gained its independence. It didn't. Yes, I'm gonna raise my son to be an Anjou rather than his father. I want an heir. Oh, did I just gain rough terrain expert? I did. I'm also out of money, though. Someone just stole my money. Filthy thief! You think you can steal from me? Our journey continues. A language barrier. Okay, we got lost again. Oh, I have a bodyguard. Setting up base camp for the expedition. Your party has arrived at the entrance to the Elven ruins. You need to set up an adequate base of operations before beginning. Massive stone doors stand in your way, engraved with ancient runes and lined with silver accents. It possesses a level of craftsmanship that most artisans would struggle to replicate. Julia runs her finger over the ancient writings and mutters to herself and scribbling in her notebook. After a few minutes, she looks up at you. "Milady, I believe it to be a riddle left by the elves. It is clear we must solve it to proceed further." "Very well, what does it say?" "When I'm alive, I do not speak. Anyone who wants to takes me captive and cuts off my head. They bite my bare body. I do no harm to anyone unless they cut me first. Then I soon make them cry." This is either a statue, a tree, a snake, or the only option we can click, an onion. Because onions, like elves and ogres, have layers. You come upon a large chamber, perhaps once used as a grand hall by the lords of old. Large pillars line the room, holding up a majestic ceiling that stretches high above you. In the center of the room sits a long-dead king, his throne, his final resting place. "What a discovery!" Julia shouts, scampering over to inspect the corpse. "Look at this," she says, pointing at a radiant amulet hanging around the king's neck. You feel a strange pull towards the gem. You have to fight the urge to draw closer. "Well, milady?" says a gleaming Julia. "What are you waiting for?" Reach out and grab the gem. You gain Sigil of the Realm Lord artifact. Upon touching the gem, a brilliant, blinding light envelops you and Julia. Suddenly, you can't read that because of the transparency on the text. Feeling like a rowboat caught in a raging hurricane, your only solace being the knowledge that you are not alone. It isn't Julia, you realize. No, it's a vast and incomprehensible presence that dwarfs you, the tomb, and the planet you reside on. It both comforts and terrifies you, shielding you from the light while examining every fiber of your being with a piercing gaze. The experience elevates your senses, allowing you to examine your body in a way that you never thought you could before. You feel a heartbeat, your lungs breathe, your blood flow, your mind think. You feel your body as a whole and witness your soul tremble. Is this death? All of your expedition party members have been transformed into elves. Amidst the blinding lights, the presence fills your mind with images of the past. You see now the great elves of old live. You see how the great elves of old lived and are filled with a plethora of emotions that they felt. You know you could keep pulling on this thread and adopt their hopes and beliefs as your own. Do you convert to elf culture and start afresh? Well, I'm currently French, so anything to get rid of that. I will take on the elven culture as my own. The light eventually fades and the world comes back into focus. You feel different. Looking at Julia, your eyes widened at her newly elongated ears. Upon seeing your own shocked face, you reach up and feel the tips of your pointy ears with your fingers. "My lady, it looks like we've been transformed into elves, the legendary people of old. I need time to write down what we saw," she says hurriedly, scampering off to find something to write on. You look at the gem still clutched in your hand in wonder. What does this change mean for you and for your people? We should head home and reflect on this. Okay, your party stumbles upon a long-forgotten armory. Hanging on a rack, you find a suit of ancient elven armor in serviceable condition. How fortunate. Oh, nice. We also have the Sigil of the Realm Lord, which is learning lifestyle experience. Heck yeah, okay. You spent the entire day scouring the ruins for any sign of treasure or ancient knowledge, but you found nothing of interest. Okay, it's time to head home. Let's finish our expedition. Jerusalem isn't at war yet, which is decent. Good for us. Oh, I say that. Liege goes to war. He's currently fighting Rashid al-Din. What, is this an aggressive war? This is an aggressive war. Go on, Baldwin. So I'm an elf now. Let's take a look at the elven heritage. So elf heritage, we're spiritual, martial men only, high elven language, elven aesthetic. We have the old ways, can recruit Fey archers as men-at-arms. Characters gain herbalist traits more often. Herbalist, wise man, and the wise man traits have additional bonuses. Okay, we don't have any other cultural innovations. Elven adaptability. Maximum number of cultural traditions plus 100? Okay, that's wild. That's wildly wild. Mayor Payan of Ascalon is spark gifted. Okay. Did my kid become an elf? He is. He is Elven. It's very good. Okay, so we now 1 year on and we're an elf. We need this culture to spread locally. So let's try and make Elven Gaza. Choice of dreams. Ooh, hello. You're in the middle of a hard-earned slumber when you feel a familiar presence. It's the same feeling you had when you grabbed at that amulet in the Elven tomb. It does not say anything to you, but instead projects a single idea into your mind. And you do. Thousands of lifetimes flash behind your eyes, threatening to overwhelm your every sense. Great wars between elves and humans in vast empires, built on the backs of human slaves, but also grand feasts shared in friendship between human and elf kings. You begin to understand the intention of the presence as it conveys another idea. Either I've got to choose humans and elves will live together in friendship, elves stand above humans. Any other notion is ridiculous, elven superiority tradition, or open-hearted. Humans will be open to marriage of elves of this culture, regardless of their religion. Ooh. Let's treat everyone equally. Crimson visitors. As you begin to settle down for the night, you hear a frantic knocking on your door. Outside, you hear some kind of grand commotion. As you wearily climb out of your bed trying to clear your head, one of your servants explains the situations. Sisters of the Aurelian Order, known as the Red Witches by the common folk, have somehow learned of your latest expedition and are demanding your presence. I'll hear them in the council chambers. Send them in. You enter the council room to find 2 Aurelian sisters awaiting your arrival. Their embroidered dresses and ageless beauty render you speechless for a moment. Your consternation only interrupted by the apparent junior of the 2 clearing her throat. My lady, my name is Calmera. You have been granted the privilege of standing before Mistress Elandra, High Matriarch of the Aurelian Weavers. On cue, the other woman steps forward and meets your eyes, moving with an effortless grace, her youthful face somehow projecting wisdom and sagesy. My lady, I know our arrival is unexpected, but we come to discuss a matter of great importance. I felt the release of divine energy a short time ago, and finding you, an elf in the human lands, confirms my suspicion. I know you have found the sigil of the Realm Lord. How do you know this? I'm not here to take it from you, the matriarch continues, her song-like voice drawing closer to you. The sigil only reacts to those that it finds worthy. Another hand has touched the beacon! Possessing masks you the undisputed elf lord of this world. In ancient times, elves and humans came to the world through a great portal. Countless empires have risen and fallen. At one point, the very elven emperor whose sigil you have found was overthrown in a massive rebellion. The most elves were either slain or forced to flee back through the portal, leaving this world behind. A small population did remain, sticking to the far wilds where they could live in peace after the Great Exodus. Vital components of the portal were destroyed by the rebels, and our gateway to the other realms were lost. My lady, the sigil choosing you at this time is no coincidence. It is a confirmation that the divine spark, the great creator of all things, is making its will known. It is time to restore the grand portal back and welcome the great elven people back to this world. A momentous and worthy undertaking. How do I explain this to all the Catholic Crusaders around me? It is indeed. You will need to find the replacements for the destroyed portal components. I have learned such things were rare but still available in the days of old. You must continue your expeditions of ancient elven sites and find parts we need. She finishes, motioning the younger sister to lay a map on the table. We have brought maps with us. They detail some newly discovered elven ruins for you to investigate. Elandra looks deep into your eyes. The world's fate lies in your hands. I do not say that lightly. Before we make the long journey back to our sanctum in the north, I have only one additional matter to discuss with you. It is customary of all elven lords across the realm to accept the divine spark as the true guiding force of the universe. And furthermore, the Sisters of Aurelian Weavers will be seen as its shepherds of its will. I implore you to accept the order into your lands and advise you further on interests of the divine spark. I would be honored to welcome the sisters into the realm. A wise decision, Realm Lord. Together we will usher in a new age of elven prosperity. One last matter. When a new Realm Lord is chosen by the divine spark, it has long been customary for the Aurelian Order to grant a new lord some control of how the sisters administrate the faith in the realm. First, you must prove you are worthy of that honor. Go, explore the ancient places of our people until you discover sites of great resonance in the divine spark. You will find these places most holy to us and the sisterhood, and we will defer to your judgment. I will hunt down the lost holy sites of the elves. Okay. Oh, I have a new council spot. The Aurelian Order will send you a new advisor. Okay. So the mayor of Ascalon here is a little bit smart gifted, so maybe I should marry him. But we've got a lot of people who have converted to the elven ways as well. Okay, I have Galadria. I think she's coming as my elven advisor. She's a magi. Brilliant sister, spark gifted, Midas touched. Okay. A champion arrives. A wave of excitement has swept your court. A tournament champion is rumored to be staying in town. It is none other than Caladron, a renowned vocalist and rising star of the recital contests. He is a real crowd favorite. Little is known about his background except rumors he is of a truly old and noble elf lineage. Such an individual will make a fine addition to any lord or lady's court. Ooh, hello, he's got 46 diplomacy. He has the bloodline of House Thrandrail. Damn. I will seek him out. We found Caladron down at the local tavern surrounded by a crowd of adoring onlookers. After some brief introductions, you ask if you'd like to share a drink with you. A few mugs later, you're down to business and express your interest in Caladron joining your court. You're in luck, he says. My last lord could not afford my sponsorship and has released me from his service. I'd be honored to serve a noble elven lady like yourself, but I warn you, I am no common courtier and my services do not come cheap. 100? Sure, I'll go into debt for this guy. Acquire the services of a famous elven champion. 46 diplomacy is insane. Let's assign him as a chancellor. Let's make everybody like me if we can. Currently, everybody hates me because we're considered evil to all of these Catholics. Tee-hee. My brother doesn't like me anymore because I'm not a Catholic. Okay. So my liege now obviously has reasons to hate me. I'm going to sway him if I can. He has reasons to kind of deal with me as well. Maybe if I offer to... Can I offer to join his war? No, I can't. Okay, this is going to be a little bit tough. Oh yeah, what does our religion has? Pure blood, purer blood, purest blood, like pregnancy. Divine marriage. Oh, close familial blood. We're going a little bit high Valyrian with this. The Aurelian sisters. Aurelian magi. Oh, that's a cool piece of art. I would like Aurelian magi. Can I create those as men-at-arms? I cannot. Damn it. Not that I have the money to anyway. My liege has had war declared on him. Okay. This is a holy war for the kingdom of Jerusalem. It's Salahadin versus Salah al-the... Why can't I say Salahadin? Saladin is attacking Jerusalem. Good, this will be interesting. Maybe I can raise my warriors. Oh, I can't because he's not defending my faith anymore. Interesting. Let's try the befriend scheme, maybe. We shall see. The arrival. There's been a commotion in your holding this morning, and you confirm your suspicion upon entering your council chambers. A woman dressed in red stares before you. It would seem your new red sister has arrived. My lady, she says, I am Sister Galadria. I was sent here by the command of the High Matriarch to serve you as both your new advisor and your voice for the Aurelian Order. In recent weeks, I've learned much about you and your family. I'm sure with proper guiding, together we will build a bright future for all elves. Welcome. Matter of land. Your red sister seeks you out to discuss a matter of importance. Milady, we have yet to discuss when my order shall be headquarters in your realm. As you know, it is expected of a liege to provide a red sister with land to build a temple and oversee the Aurelian Order vassals. You may either provide me an existing temple, or my order will be willing to sponsor the construction of a new temple as a gift to your people and honor the realm's embrace of the sisterhood. Yes, I don't actually have land that I can give as a temple because it's all built upon here unless I can I revoke a title? No, I need better than limited crown authority. Well, I can probably see to that. Can I convert? I know there's a way to convert holdings, right? Can I go like that and then can I think I saw a decision to convert a holding. Yes, but I need money. Okay. In the meantime, Baldwin just got captured. Oh, the once and former Countess. Foul, ignominious defeat. The wretched holy war has taken everything from me. Oh no. One day I will reclaim my lands. We are now a wandering noble. I wonder, can I do research as a wandering noble? Interesting. Okay, well, I'm going to have a think on this one. So even as an explorer, you can still go on expeditions. So that's what we're doing. We're now exploring ruins in Avignon, a trial of prowess. As you pass through the wide hallway, you admire the grand statues of long dead elven warriors lining it. About halfway through the hall, one of the statues creaks to life, its stiff stone joints grinding against each other. It moves to block your path. Each step, it takes faster and more smooth. You find the statue standing firm, saying no words and staring stoically. His drawn weapon communication enough of his challenge. Who will fight this trial? I have a 19. Gisberto has a 17. Gisberto, go for it. Your party is victorious. The stone statue gives one last nod of approval and crumbles to dust, succumbing to the will of time. The way is clear. The stone statue knight dies. Oh, it only had an 8 prowess. Okay, maybe we should have checked that. You rummage through what looks like an old shrine of some kind. In a back room, you find a dusty chest. Opening it, you stare with glee. It is a portal capacitor crystal. This is just what we need to restore the grand portal. One step closer to the ultimate goal. Oh, it adds 5 to my learning? Hell yeah. Your party has triggered a trap. Spikes fly from the walls. Some members of your party get hit. Not me though. You spend the entire day scouring the ruins and find nothing. You also find nothing again. Your party stumbles upon the sleeping quarters of some long-forgotten elf. Inside an old wooden dresser, you find a pair of worn yet still serviceable pair of wooden elven boots. How fortunate. Ooh, travel speed bonuses. Fan of those. Okay, time to head home. I like the artwork as well. Nice bit of elven boots. So, I have no player heir, and the reason for that is my son is now the Count of Monferrato for some reason. But secondly, Jerusalem fell, so I can no longer be a camp legitimist. So we've switched to scholars, and we are on another expedition. I need a husband as well. I need to marry someone, so I'm going to go for probably my caravan master in second, unless I can find an elf to marry, which I might need to do through the elf finder. Wait, did Guy de Lusignan become an elf? No, but his kid's an elf. His kid has elf blood. Julian Millwood. Oh, Caldon's still around. I don't think I can wait for... Where is Caldon right now? Countess Stephanie Stewart. He's still in the Holy Land. Maybe I'll make a run for him. I'm 30 though. Actually, I can't wait. I just need to find inheritable traits. Okay, I'm just going to have to marry one of my Gisberto. For now, anyway. I'm worried about my fertility. A woman is on a clock, you know. Your ancient scholars have left behind a trial for those who would dare trespass on their former lands. You must answer the given riddle to prove your wisdom and witness what lies ahead. Highest learning adventurers, Akii. I am prepared. What is it that given one, you'll have either 2 or none? It's got to be a choice. You'll either have no choice or you'll have a choice. You sort through an old storeroom of complicated steel contraptions covered in cobwebs. Among the junk you spot a true prize, a navigation relay, part of the grand portal. Nice. One step closer to the ultimate goal. Yes, I know about your land. I'm sorry, sister, you'll get one. Also, I have a spark crystal, apparently. Your party finds what appears to be a well-furnished laboratory of some kind. Against the back wall is a long table covered with worn parchment filled with unintelligible notes. On the table, your eyes are immediately drawn to the well-decorated hinged box of some kind of ornate wood. Upon opening the lid, you are amazed to find a beautiful spark crystal, glittering with an unnatural brightness. A grand find indeed. Oh no, spike trap. Oh, some wealth. Another spike trap. Bloody elves and their spike traps. Well, seems like my son was landed again, and he's coming back to camp. He's also a human, technically. Okay, fair enough. And I'm no longer a wanderer. I just inherited a random county. Oh, because it was still owned by Baldwin. Shoot, I should have rejected inheritance. Well, at least I kept a load of my elves. Let me try and conquer some land, perhaps. I think I'll have to do it in a bit. So, we've had our first elven child. What a wonderful day. Let's call her Celestia. Celestia de Anjou. Yes, I like that. So as the only independent person in a tiny little area here. Wait, could I? I'm tempted to kowtow myself to the Ayyubids, but also actually just looking at the fact that the Byzantines exploded and there's a Latin emperor. Maybe there's some chances there. I'm also romancing my husband. Okay, so I finally managed to convert a region into a temple, meaning I've given the Red Sisters land, and they've just given me Magi? Aurelian War Mage. Is that something I can make, or are they just... Okay, no, they are retinues that I randomly get. Okay, fair enough. Crete just took land. Crete has many more allies. Okay, maybe we don't get involved over here. Maybe we leave the Latin Empire as it is. Okay, I'm swearing fealty with religious taxation, and I'm gonna be in here now, and hopefully be able to grow from the inside out. First things first though, I want to try and adjust my vassal contract to allow war declaration. Upon entering the grand chamber, you spot a statue of fine white marble across from you. It depicts a fine elven maiden overlooking what appears to be a game board. You notice some carvings of a variety of figures embedded into the tiles. It seems as though you need to play a game of some sort in order to pass this trial. As you step forward, the maiden's sudden movements cause you to jump back. She flashes you a pretty smile that conveys a clear message. Your move. Best intrigued character is Isabelle de Anjou. from her expression, it's clear she's going to choose the priestess. How do I play? Trial of Cunning. The winner in the trial is whoever wins 4 out of 7 rounds. A piece of a higher rank beats of a lower rank, except peasant beats the king. Your advisor may try to guess the next move of the marble maiden from her body language, but they can be wrong. The higher your advisor's skill, the more likely they will be able to guess correctly. Now it says she's going to be the knight. Before she said the priestess. Let's play noble and place it safe. Your opponent won that round. Okay, they said priestess in the end. Their remaining pieces are the king, queen, noble, knight, bandit, and peasant. She's going to play the peasant. Then I will play my... I've already played my knight, right? No, I've played my noble. It's been taken from the list. I'm going to play my knight. Okay, I've won that round. She's going to choose the noble. They chose the peasant, so I can safely play the king here. She's going to choose the knight, then I choose the queen. She's going to choose the queen, then I place the... I'm going to lose this round by playing bandit. She's going to choose the king. I'm going to play my peasant. And I won. There we go. Bait and switch. Your party stumbles upon a long-forgotten supply room. Inside you find some gold. How fortunate. Yay. You enter a room filled with ancient curiosities. Feeling that the divine spark's presence thick in the air. As you look around, you find a peculiar artifact that you can feel pulse deeply with the spark. You are the Realm Lord, and you know instinctively that this oddity holds ancient knowledge that could help facilitate the return of the Elven people. The Royal Menageries Beastry and Husbandry Guide, 3rd edition, which is we can gain Wolf Riders and Mosswood Dragoons. Damn, those are deer riding people. We can gain the Warg trait. Okay. Portraits of proud men and women holding treasures and trophies. Adventurers Guild gains the Adventurer trait. Unlocks Varangian Adventure Caster spell. Allows them to become Adventurer decision. Fair enough. A bow of unknown lumber impressive by a craftsman. Bow of the people. Upon coming of age, elves of this culture gain the first bow trait path level of the horse of... Oh, okay. We gain Hustle Order and we gain Ranger High Guard. Okay. A collection of intricate metal tools, perhaps from a smithy. Gain Elven Craftsman. Let's gain the beastry. Let's get the deer riding men. That sounds real fun. Deer riding men from the desert. We gained Wolf Riders, which 94, 65 pursuit is insane. Mosswood Dragoons as well. The screen, 60 screen. Oh, they're a horse archer. Oh wow. Okay, let's get rid of those knights and let's grab ourselves some Mosswood Dragoons. Okay, those are sick. My son! I've had an elven son! He's ugly! Name him after my husband. Oh no, my husband died. Both of those mental breaks are real bad. Let's go for melancholic. Hopefully we can get over it. And my son, Baldwin, has managed to marry himself an elven wife, by the way. And she was an Aurelian sister and... I now have a granddaughter. Okay, so my legion's in a war, but I've been working to get claims on all of this duchy. So I'm going to declare this now. Raise my men here and see what I can do. I do have these spark wielders, and I'm excited to see what kind of damage they're going to do. Okay, my spark wielders that I just got annihilated. There is a lot going on right now. Why don't I go down here and deal with this army and see what happens? I have apparently had a fatherless wild oat because I was clicking through menus in a panic state whilst fighting a battle, and I'm going to name him after one of my channel members. If you want to become a character within the games, make sure you have a channel membership. Anyway, Anthor, you are an elven wild oat. The burden we must bear. Enjoy your little self. Boom. Victory. Okay, so we've managed to make the Duchy of Homs, obviously after that war. Now we're going for the Duchy of Aleppo because we apparently have that title or enough land to grab that title. So I'm going to do some de jure claims. We do heavily lose a lot of money every time our army is raised, though, which is a bit of a problem. Seraphina, yeah, you can keep diligent. Okay, so we're on another elven adventure, and we can gain another curiosity of cultural importance here. We can get a grand mural depicting scholars arguing in public square, which gives Fey Agoras, which is gaining shrewd and sagacious, either way, learning 15 and 20, which is good. Woodland Bounty can build farms in target provinces. Elven Craftsmanship, which is the artisan one we saw before. The bow. We'll leave this place. I'm going to go for a grand mural depicting scholars arguing in a public square. That sounds fun. Another spike trap. Anyway, let's take out Aleppo if we can. So there's a new crusade for Jerusalem going on, and it was like middle of my Aleppo war, and suddenly a load of crusaders landed. And who the heck are the majestic bulls and why are they attacking me? Okay. Oh, and there's some peasants. Very good. Majestic bulls are a mercenary company that have joined in one of the wars. Okay. I think I'm going to pick up the adventurer guilds this time because I just noticed here adventurers may encounter 2 trials per expedition, which means we might get more traits per expedition. So overall, that's great. There we go. And we've just found another trial. The more there is, the less you see. What is it? People of the bow. Okay, cool. Our elven culture is looking pretty cool now. Right, now we're going to try for a war on Jerusalem. Jerusalem is where we want to try and center our power for this new elven realm. They've got a lot of troops, though. I don't know if raising just my men-at-arms here will be enough, but we'll see. How are my elves doing? Not great. Cataphract archers are kind of dominating. That's their pikeman is apparently countering. They've just got a few more men-at-arms countering. Didn't do too badly. Okay. Also, I need to be able to fabricate some hooks. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to spend some money as well on some mercenaries. I don't want to go for levies. I just want mercs, I think. Let's go for Cretians. Let's take a fight from here. Yeah, much better. And that was a stack. Okay, no, it wasn't a stack wipe. I thought I was a stack wipe for a moment. Let's make sure my sons are in charge. Oh, also, yeah, been married off my sons. And Thor turned out okay. He's now married to a Aurelian sister. And yeah, and that quite simply is Jerusalem taken. Boom. This I want to be my capital, but I've moved it already once. Even so, I've just been declared war on by the Lord of Lebanon. Very frustrating, honestly. But that's my minute. Let's raise these and raise the Cretians as well. Hopefully take a fight nice and quickly. Trying to get them on flat ground as well. I don't really want to fight them in the mountains. On my land there, it works perfectly. I've got a lot of cavalry, so I want to take them on flat ground. Oh, we love to see it. Oh, we love to see it. And I've just had a daughter because I married a new elf, by the way. I invited an elf with my prestige, and he's turned out really cool. Caladon. And apparently I can still have children at 70. Oh, and the war invalidated. Right, we're going after Tripoli, and now I'm going for the provinces I started with in this campaign. Jaffa and Gaza. Now we will move the portal of Elfkind to Jaffa, and we will start rebuilding it at once. Very careful. All the giant stone pieces of the Grand Portal are loaded onto massive wagons and begin their pilgrimage to your capital. A new age will begin there. This is only the first step. The elves will be great once more. Jaffa now has the ancient portal ruins. Very nice. A wonder of our age. I have learned a great truth of man's history. By collecting ancient components, rediscovering lost knowledge, and hunting down the lost seal of a long-dead king, I can reforge the grand portal and restore our connection to the stars, our ancestors, and the unfathomable dangers of the unknown. I should not take this decision lightly. I have acquired a portal capacitor, I have a navigation relay, and I have the sigil of the Realm Lord. I will restore the grand portal. Relics of old collected, and my worthiness questionable. Unquestionable. Not questionable. There are many who will condemn me. I now possess the means to re-establish the bond between the worlds and establish myself as a true Realm Lord. But there are many who will condemn me and would move to halt this great work by any means. Am I ready for this undertaking? We will break ground at once. The portal is complete. After many trials and great personal cost, the grand portal is finally restored. Once more, the gateway between this world and the countless realms of the galaxy is open. Will this bring limitless prosperity or great dangers to your realm? Who and what will come through the gate? New allies or powerful foes? These questions and many more will soon be answered. You can feel the thread of destiny pulling. You are truly a Realm Lord now, and it's time to make your mark on history. The time of the elves comes again. A new age is upon us. Oh, that's all the story content so far for this? More construction is on the way. Visit our Discord to keep with updates. Oh, thank you. Thank you, devs. Give me a free blessing. I can entrance people. Interesting. Endless Lord. Firstborn heirs, the rulers of this cultural wars, be the exact genetic copy of their lord parent. Yeah, that sounds cool. Well, I guess I've got one thing left, and that's to form up the rest of the Holy Land. Time to go after Antioch, after we've grabbed Acre and Tiberias. Oh, collapsed the Great Khanate. Bye, Mongols. I didn't even see them. Ooh, strange reports. Apparently I've got more story content. Yay! As you enter the council hall, your counselors inform you of a strange occurrence in the portal gate. My lady, it seems something or someone has caused a significant disruption to the portal gate. No doubt it was some unruly children. My lady, children cannot cause such destruction. Besides, this is sacrilege. As Realm Lady, it is your duty to protect the sacred place. We must find the beast. Okay. Large claw marks, tufts of fur. Odd. Okay. Oh, Chimera the Old died at 202. She was burned to death. Okay, we now have a new High Matriarch. Direwolf sighted. A direwolf, my lady. Some peasants were ambushed by it in the forest. Soldiers sent to investigate. A direwolf in the desert? It's a really bad location for it to be. Okay, spread the word. Deal with the direwolf. Call my knights. It's time for a hunt. The standoff. Charge with me. There's a 35% that direwolf kills me here. Oh, thank gosh, we beat it. I gain direwolf slayer for 15 years. Nice. And we found a den. Oh, direwolf cubs. Yes. I'll take the direwolf cub. Give me a pet direwolf. That sounds very fun. It's all of Antioch. Let's invite an elf. Oh yes, Golden Song. I'm going to be Antioch eventually. Elendere Golden Song. Think I found myself a new spy master. Seduce. Attack for Beirut. Ooh, my daughter is a trained magi. And I just had twins. So I just completed another expedition and it made Alexandria a holy site for the elves. So now we have two. One of which is the portal ruin, which is all the way up here. But the portal ruin isn't there, it's down here now. Can I make Jerusalem a holy site? Another thing. Either way, I now have enough prestige to claim the Sultanate of Syria, which I have done. I wonder if I can now... What can train for a tournament? Oh, can I petition him for... Oh yeah, grant claimed title. Yes. Let's go see if he'll give me the kingdom level. Oh, he did! Nice! Awesome! Let them see their new matriarch. I want to move the realm capital. I can't. Still, for some reason. But what I can do is give out titles now. So now that I have 3 holy sites, I can reform the faith. Let's try this. Also, there's currently a Catholic crusade for Egypt, and I'm looking forward to seeing the aftermath because this might be my chance to gain independence. Oh, we have a Liberty War faction. This is going to be a good chance for me to deal with the random vassals I was granted. All before the big war. Hallelujah. A new child of the spark. Ayubid. Interesting. There goes the victorious crusade. No, I'm not independent, but boy, that's a big old chunk right there. Ooh. As I prepare to ascend, I'm doing the ritual of ascension. I recall the spark crystal in my possession. I could tap into the power the spark captured to drastically increase the power of the ritual. Ooh, I'll do this one alone. My elf trait has now evolved. I'm now a high elf. I've become more. Awesome. Okay. Wow, increased my life expectancy by 50 years. Awesome. No, my direwolf died. At least it was peacefully in its sleep. Do you ever just zoom out in CK and go, what on earth has happened to the world? Anyway, the Mongols are back again, and I think it is time we declared our independence. It says we are out of our depth. I don't think we're going to be. I'm going to just try and use only my men-at-arms. And Sicily here for... They're part of the Arabian Empire claim war. Okay. Get out of Jerusalem! 20,000 men used to be here. Now it's a ghost town. Now our men-at-arms aren't great in the mountains. Well, some of them. Others, very good. Fortunately, we're suffering with consumption right now. It's important that we fight this battle. Oh, we can do another ritual of ascension. I am now a Fey. I don't even know where the capital is. Oh, it's up here. Oh, that's amazing. Off we go. Let's take over that siege. 97%. I lost my consumption, which is really nice. And there's 100%. That is our freedom. Oh, yes. That looks so good. Everybody out. I'm actually over on my theology focuses. It is finally time for us to reform the faith. Boom. And we can take a new dynastic legacy and consecrate our bloodline. Fantastic. We've now ascended all the way to Fey Radiant. And look at the bonuses we have. Queen Sibylla the Wolf Slayer is going to live for a long time. And you know what reforming the faith means? It means we can do holy wars. Also, I redid... We are now Jerusalem. Oh god, I've misspelled it. But it's Jerusalem. It should be Jerusalem. Either way. Now it's Uwusalem. Anyway, I really dig the flag I made. I'm kind of here for the cross going on. Here we go. Should be a good battle. Good, clean battle there. And that's the war for the Sultanate of Egypt. God, we got a lot of land to clean out. Okay, yeah, fun. This is a holy site, so we'll be doing stuff here, but okay, be back in a moment. I don't know that it's our final ascension because there's levels of Fey past Celestial tier all the way to Altar. And I think, however, I'm going to join with the Spark Crystal and see what this does. You join your hands with the crystal and you meditate to form a connection. You feel the spark inside the crystal. With your thoughts Together you reach out and release it. Your ritual resonates with the divine spark as you become more aligned. You have ascended. We're a seraphic celestial. Elves that have reached a near angelic state of being. We have plus 20 learning, plus 20 prowess. No prowess lost from aging. Only negative 45% fertility. A medium health boost. Life expectancy plus infinite. Years fertility. Infinite. Attraction opinion only plus 17. Anyway, I think that's where we're going to leave Elf Destiny here and the Anjou dynasty and Fey Jerusalem, which has made a huge mark on the map. This is a fun mod. I really want more of the story elements to come on in. And yeah, let me know if you'd like to see more Fey Destiny, if you would like anything else. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. I've been Midgeman, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye for now.
A new hand touches the beacon.